That's funny.
All right.
A random person just jump into the
Blue
tournament.
team's turn to
All
ban.
right. So we are ready to roll. HK gets first pick and first ban. So we're gonna see Marja. There we go. Normal ban.
Turn to ban.
That's what I like to see.
Now, if
Normal.
HK is smart, they will not ban
Yeah.
Ignis,
There it is.
Yibbenith, or
Blue
Kriknak.
team's turn to ban.
Feel like your feelings are gonna get hurt. I don't. I'm just saying.
Oh, probably. They're probably gonna. They're not even gonna ban.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh. They don't even
Red
care.
team's turn to ban.
But
There's Kriknak
what
ban.
we do know is they don't want to play against Marja.
To ban.
There we go. We get a Valheim.
Red team's turn to ban.
That I can dig that. That makes sense.
Now, Feroxx, they definitely should be banning Yibbenith. If they don't ban Yibbenith, then I don't know. Teamy.
Blue team's turn to pick.
Now let's see if HK.
Huh.
There it
Yeah,
is.
there it is.
That's like an automatic lock-in right there. He's top tier, man.
Red team's turn to pick.
What is his tier? Like
He is
Penta S?
something like that, actually.
Yeah, him and Jenar just hanging out up in an ivory tower somewhere.
Yeah, he's like he's a 6S.
Blue team's turn to pick.
He's triple. He's a double triple S.
Blue boo.
Jinar is a triple S.
Alright, so got the teams fleshing out. We've got Yibneth and Mina, same team. We've got Kali backing them up. Last week, Killa on the Kali had an attack speed build that I gave him a really hard time about, and I think it worked out pretty well for him. In retrospect, well, yeah, you were here. We were making fun of him.
Yeah,
I take it all back.
I was. Yeah, we take it all back, man. Yeah, you did great.
And you can see the really solid team coming together on the Feroxx side. We got a pretty solid build on the HK side. I think both teams are going to come together pretty well. Violet still being a very, very strong pick, coming in the very last second.
Well, if I remember correctly, Cat is actually a very good jungler, and he or she, I'm not totally sure. They actually they play a really good Violet, and I'm actually surprised they allowed them to get Violet on that side. I think we had Feroxx last week too, and she was devastating. That Violet was devastating.
Yeah, I guess I'm still weirded out with numbers not doing jungle stuff because I got really comfortable with him doing that. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not saying he's a bad laner, but that dude was really, really fun to watch in the jungle. I mean, that was great. I enjoyed that. Numbers, just so you know, huge fan. This guy. But can you make it happen with Lubu? That's my question.
Lubu's gotten a huge buff too.
Yeah.
He's now in the S tier, double S actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
He's gotten a huge buff.
Huh.
He's like basically a second Kilgroth.
Well, I mean that he was kind of created that way, and he was that way a year ago. I just didn't realize he had moved back that far in that direction. interesting. But I think overall, I still feel like the HK guys have the stronger team
Welcome to Arena
as the meta goes.
Get
But
Mhm.
the Feroxx guys,
deployed in
being
5
who
Those
they
guys are
are,
good.
yeah, I mean,
Prepare to
I
engage.
feel like they definitely know what they're doing anyway, regardless of the team build. But they still, I mean, either way, I mean that's a strong team. Malik, Kresh, Vio, Liliana,
Hmm.
whatever Lubu is capable of at this point in time.
Yeah, for sure.
Who knows? Haven't even played yet today. All
I
right.
played one game today.
So
And I think
we are
it's me.
absolutely worthless for opinions on the patch. We combined today for a total of 4 kills. All right. Just rotations, rotations, rotations. Got Malik crashed. Taking out the Seagull. Nothing really exciting going on mid either. Just clearing wave. Lubu Amelie maybe gonna. That might be a thing happening, but I don't. Well, Amelie moves in. Lubu's taking some heat. Lubu's going down.
I'll tell you what, even though Lubu still has gotten a huge buff, Omni is not someone you want to go up against by yourself.
Nah, I
She
definitely would
still
not.
does too much damage by yourself.
Yeah, it's just not a safe bet.
Even though she has moved down into the B tier. She's still a force to be reckoned with.
Violet takes a lot of heat. Oh, Malik.
Well, that
is
was kind of
just-
interesting. She was just standing there and taking the damage.
I'm not sure exactly what the plan was there. I don't doubt that they had one. And we end up just going back to rotations. The Abyssal still there, just waiting. Crushed. Not gonna totally commit. He doesn't have his 4 yet, and he's a good ways away from that. Yubneth. I mean, there's Yubneth at any level is a challenge, and they're just gonna walk away. Huh.
That doesn't make why wouldn't you take the dragon? You had the numbers. HK was backing out. Feroxx should have been able to take the dragon with no problem.
I think I'm mad at both teams. I mean, it's right there.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Huh. I do not understand.
I mean, they had their jungler. The jungler was already at level 4. And they should have been able to take that, would have been able to take it super easy.
Yeah, I'm just not entirely sure. We got some potential here. And Slims gets the stun on that Malik, doing some damage. Kresh comes in, ults,
Look at
throwing
that
some damage out. Yubneth is just gonna get all the heat on. Well, is he? Yeah,
Oh,
and they
that
end up
Kresh is
taking the
going
crest as
down.
well. Liliana moves in. They're hurting pretty bad. She's able to take out Kali almost instantly. Yubneth goes down as well. She might get. I nearly got a 3rd kill, and Violet just jumps in right in time and just does the cleanup. Slims does get away. Amelie is going to continue to keep the waves pushing, keep top and mid alive, and well. And now I think it's just a point. They're going to take that Abyssal if it's the last thing they do. But Kali understands what time it is, and she throws her ult down. She's not able to get it, but yeah, that I don't think that worked exactly how she had planned.
See, Ferox should have been able to take the Abyssal so much quicker than that. And I felt like they kind of screwed up on that point. They should have realized that the entire team was backing out, and they had 4 guys on that abyssal. 4 of them. I mean, they could have been an easy abyssal right there.
Yeah, but there's still everybody's just on their side of the river. No one's willing to commit. Apparently, except for Liliana, she's able to get a little bit of heat moving. Violet backing her up. They get the Mina up to about 60%, and then she moves right back in. I mean, just a lot of almost, but not a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, they're not totally committing. They're not chasing kills, which is good.
Oh yeah.
They're going for the objectives. And I feel like we're not gonna be seeing any towers going down to like at least a 10-minute mark, or 8 to 10-minute mark. That mid lane tower's taking some damage there. They didn't clear the waves.
Yeah. So
You
that
gotta remember, waves before plays.
a lot of people in regular matches do not understand that point.
No, they don't.
They have no concept of how much gold you truly get from waves when you're in your lane.
Yeah, actually, the amount of gold that you get from the wave is actually this almost about the same amount as when you get a kill.
Yeah, I mean and a lot of heat going on up top. Crush throws his ult. Mina is going down. Amelie is just about there. With Lubu, you've got a little bit of push, and Lubu knows that, and Amelie knows that, and she backs out. But there's still, yeah, they could have still got her. Abyssal is up, and Feroxx is taking a lot of heat. Malik goes down. Liliana is able to get away, and the Abyssal stays up. Just a lot of resets. A lot of people focused on the correct thing, which is good, and just waiting. Again, we're back to another situation where a team is just waiting for the right time. Slim's able to take out that Abyssal, moves down to bottom to clear wave. We've got a little push from the Crest forward, basically just getting vision. Mina's
Ooh, Amelie goes down.
Oh yeah. And that's going to be a pretty strong push up top. Mina's really the only person there that can slow it down. Lubu almost dead. Numbers, but he's healing fast, and just as Mina's life goes down, Lubu's just going straight back up. HK is able to take Lubu out, but it took 3 of them, and I think they lost a little bit of track of that wave in the mid. Got a nice little push coming from bottom. Liliana and Malik. Yubneth throws his ult down. He's taking a lot of damage, and he's not going to be able to. He does survive it. Liliana goes down. Malik still alive, but going down fast. Violet right there, not able to get the Yubneth. Mina and Kali chasing her, and I think they're just going to back out. Still backup though. Slims rolls in. Crest really needs to get in there and just create a wall right now, and it looks up. Yeah, and that's exactly what he's gonna do.
There it is. That was a good ult right there.
Yeah, he throws his ult right into the team. He's able to really take that heat. Kali doing a ton of damage to him though. Just clears that entire shield. He's gonna try to continue to push. He loses his ult just in time. Mina nearly dead. We got 3 from HK. Liliana moves in. Violet nearly dead. Slims ends up going down after all of that. Amelie in trouble. Kali in trouble. That Liliana with her range really causing problems. That Liliana, I think, is not going to get enough credit for that fight, but that was Liliana. Yubneth jumps in. I don't think he realized how many people were actually in those bushes.
No, I don't think he entirely realized it. And Violet's on that abyssal.
Oh yeah, she's.
If I would, there's Malik. There's Clash. He sees that his jungler's about to get jumped.
Yeah, Kali, if she had not waited, she could have definitely had a chance
Definitely
to snipe
stolen
that. Nice little point of contention in mid. Tower's almost down. Got the one little, and numbers on Lubu just rolls in, takes the tower down. He's just gonna continue to clear wave. HK not really aware of that, and they're just not seeing what's happening in the mid. They do clear it. They jump in on the Abyssal Dragon. We've got Violet crushed, numbers on Lubu moving in. Kali throws her ult down. She's not hitting the dragon. Mina is able to get it, but that's not going to be good because Malik is right there. Crushed should ult. There he goes. Yibneth gonna push everybody back, but essentially right.
This entire time that this entire team fight's going is Liliana's over here pushing.
Yeah.
It's just going for the win. She's trying to backdoor him straight up the mid.
Yibneth is finally gonna go down, maybe? Yeah, and Malik is able to get the cleave on the Yibneth and take him down. That Yibneth was really nasty and causing problems. Slim's just trying to do what he can just to stop this Liliana.
A blue team tower has been destroyed.
He's absolutely terrorizing these guys. And they weren't even there. Amelie jumps in, gets the wave. Just wave. It looks like Feroxx is gonna kind of back off. Just let these guys deal with the lanes while they're taking objectives. That's exactly what they're gonna do. Liliana gives no real effort. She's just dealing the damage so fast. They don't have a chance. They are able to get the stun, and they take her down almost instantly. That's a huge opportunity for HK. They really need to get this Slayer down. Crest is just standing right there, just waiting. And that could be a huge problem. We got Mina versus Lubu up top. Lubu is winning that fight. Slayer.
Ooh, Violet goes down.
Yeah, and we've got the Crest. He's got his ult ready, and there it is. He throws his ult down. Slayer at 9k. There's not a lot of life left on the HK side. Slims is just trying to keep it going. Yibneth, this is your best chance. Kill that Slayer, or they will win the game. Can Yibneth take it down? He cannot.
No. See, the thing is that Steam took his focus off of the Dark Slayer and then started attacking the heroes around him.
Yeah,
and if he just kept staying on the Dark Slayer, they would have been able to take the Dark Slayer because they were zoning out Feroxx right there.
Yeah. And that's probably going to be the end with the dragon backing them up. They've got those heavy minions moving in. This does not bode well at all for HK. The question is, can they, without the buff, slow these guys down? Mina taking an incredible amount of damage. She's going to need to heal, and I don't think that Feroxx is going to give her that opportunity. Or, no, they're just going to stay back.
But see, what Feroxx is doing is they're going to the enemy jungle and clearing the jungle so that they're not going to have any chance of being able to come back. Which is very smart, and I've actually been working with my guys to be able to do that.
But I feel, that was almost a situation where they could have just dove and really without, they could have just won. Crest jumps in. Look at all those, that health is just absolutely nuts. You got the minions on your side at this point. This is This is not good for HK. They are in a probably an unwinnable situation. Kali does get the ult out. Don't see that she's doing enough damage. It's definitely not making much of a difference. Kresh drops the ult and does have to back out. But I feel like they're just going to be able to move in at this point. Yeah, this... We lose the... TFX loses their buff. Neth does get he is able to get a kill. I mean, they're nearly dead, but that Liliana really is the point of contention here. Need to take her out if they want to stand a chance. Lubu, I mean, maybe if he's back where he used to be, he's just unkillable.
Yeah, for the most part.
And Kali gonna push in on the Abyssal solo for some reason.
Yeah, that's not a good decision on their part. If anything, you want to zone out Feroxx and let your Slims take out the Abyssal solo.
Yeah, and they are gonna rotate down to the dragon. I think that's gonna be their end game. Just take the dragon and roll. And once again, it just seems like HK is like 5 seconds behind on all these objectives.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That damage from the Violet.
Yeah.
She did her ult against that Slims and did more than almost his entire health.
Yeah, she's unkillable at this point. Looks like they should just be able to just roll right in. I mean, it's only a quad kill. And they take it down in about 3 shots.
Now, what do you think HK is gonna have to be able to do in order to come back and win game 2?
Well, if you combine their 2 highest damage dealers, which were Kali at 87k and Slims at 69k, you're at... I mean, Violet almost did that by herself. So you're gonna want to ban most of the people that TFX chose in that match. I feel like just...
Well, I would definitely see Violet getting banned in the next game.
Yeah.
Violet, and probably going to be seeing Yibbeneth banned also.
Yeah, that just makes sense. Let's see.
Yeah. And she doesn't say words, she just makes noises.
What is that sound?
If you're talking about like the noises coming out of my mic, it's probably my family talking, I guess.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's it.
Could be.
I heard something. Alright, everybody just rolling in, getting situated. And that's that. But I mean, that match was a pretty clear way to describe what I've been talking about in all these matches. You don't want to chase kills, because that puts you in situations where you could overextend or just be in danger, or you don't know who's behind that bush or this or that. You want to avoid those situations altogether, which is why currently, I mean, obviously support is very important, but maintaining vision on the whole map, which TFX did pretty much from the moment the match began. I mean, that gives them the opportunity to decide when they truly want to commit and
Exactly.
just take not necessarily all the kills, but take the good kills that allow them to push their plan forward. And once we get some kind of confirmation from HK, we can go ahead and roll in. Alright, so we're going in for match number 2. Feroxx on the blue side versus Heavenly Knights on the red side. Ignis, they don't even want to play him. They just don't want him to exist. So
Oh, I wouldn't. Except I would try to get him on my side.
yeah, let the other team ban him.
Yeah, for sure.
Team's turn to ban.
But he really just does look silly.
He just looks like an old man.
No threat whatsoever. He walks like he has back problems.
Exactly. He doesn't look like a threat at all. And then all of a sudden he throws a fireball at you. Now you're like half health. It's like, what?
I mean, obviously he's got some vision problems carrying around that torch. I mean, the guy's got problems. I mean, that's probably why they felt so bad and felt the need to buff him. The guy's got enough problems.
Team's turn to ban.
All right. So the team that can first pick has so far banned Ignis, Yibneth, and Kriknak. So no specific target bans whatsoever on
To pick.
Team Feroxx. On HK, we got an Aram ban, a Marja ban, so we got the Lifesteal Sisters and Violet.
Team's turn to
And we're
ban.
gonna first pick Amelie. Interesting. I'm not gonna say it's surprising, but we'll just say interesting. HK is able to get crushed this time, and Teamy. So that should be interesting. Let's see.
Oh, we got a Thane coming into the mix.
To pick.
He did get a buff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess he's still not as good as Yibneth, but
He's,
To pick.
go ahead.
I was gonna say just his push and Yibneth's push are very similar. You have to put a little more
Yes.
effort to getting the one for Yibneth, but not a whole lot. But that's a very very key point. I think when you've got a tank that can actually maneuver people into, say, a Wisp ult, Liliana who can slow, an Omen who can shut down. I mean, I feel like we're gonna see Wisp doing some major damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Thane's base movement speed has been increased from 370 to 380. His passive, the Royal Power, duration is it's been nerfed from 6 seconds to 4, but the new mechanic is now 25% damage reduced when active.
Which is pretty strong.
That's a lot of damage reduction. So I think the key factor in this match for Feroxx is going to be the Thane positioning.
I feel like Amelie,
10 seconds.
because again,
remaining.
I'm just a numbers fanboy. I feel like Amelie's gonna going to be the deciding factor, solely because she can do so much damage right now. But I won't argue your point. The Thane played properly will allow this team to truly shine the way as it's built. I don't understand the HK team build, but that doesn't mean it can't work. I feel like there's not really a lot of CC on that team. You've got the teamy. If you run in, you got essentially two supporty tanks, a Raz who is a frontline mage. I don't know. I don't know that they complement each other, the different characters.
Get ready. Minions will be deployed.
Well, Teamy is going to be able to protect Roz fairly easily.
Prepare to engage.
Because Roz is going to, yeah, as you said, Roz is going to have to be getting up and into the face of everybody. And then he's going to need some protection. So Teamy is going to be a perfect asset for the team.
So we've got some solid rotations. Keep an eye on Liliana. Full Metal is a really good player, just in general. Seems like a pretty nice guy. The Raz. See what Raz is gonna do. We got a Murad as well. My attempts to be good at Murad have failed up to this point, so it's always fun to see people who actually know what they're doing playing him.
Oh, I've tried playing Roz. I've tried playing Murad. I can't play him. I feel bad that I
Thane
can't.
takes quite a bit of damage almost instantly from that rise. So maybe there's a little more control. I wasn't giving Raz enough credits, but he does have some control abilities. Still got 10 seconds on the Abyssal. Let's see how this rolls. HK is definitely out of position. Feroxx is going to take advantage of that. We do have Raz and we do have Crushed. Neither with their ults. They are close enough that they can really cause issues. I don't know that Crushed without an ult is a good idea in this situation. And it looks like HK is going to be able to push forward and get the dragon kill.
Wow.
Which really surprises me. They're able. Crushed throws his ult. I'm not really sure why. Gonna push forward. That would have been the time to jump on that Amelie. He does not take that opportunity. He's gonna try to push, even though his ult is about to expire. It does right then, as soon as they jump in. And Amelie's gonna try. I thought she was gonna take advantage of that fact, but she ends up just pushing forward instead, letting the minions kind of take control. So what are you seeing up top? The Omen Irie situation.
Well, Omen's gonna be able to push towers a lot faster than Irie. The Irie is just gonna be able to outplay Omen because of her speed. And that ultimate is just ridiculous. Even if Omen does lock her down, she can just pop her ult and be able to do some nice damage against the Omen.
Uh-oh, Feroxx moving in. Liliana gets her ult on. Does a ton of damage to that Crushed. He does not go down, but they are able to separate him from his team. Meanwhile, Murad hanging out in the jungle with no stacks. It's probably not the best idea. Gets a little bit of support back from the Raz and the Teamy, so he does not go down. But I still do not see him attacking anything. There we go. Rad kind of in the mix now. I just feel like I would want to take more jungle. He's not. I don't know if his rotation's off or what, but there was a lot of dead time right there. Liliana.
Yeah, his rotations are off a little bit. I feel like he should be hitting the red side, blue side, look for ganks as he's moving through everything. And actually, he almost got caught there and could have easily died from the Liliana.
Let's see. Amy just kind of rolling in front. Thane just jumps right in. Amelie right behind him. Liliana throwing that damage out there. It just comes so fast. Both teams taking a lot of heat, and that Crest is just trying to push him back, not able to do so. Teamy and Raz are able to make it out. Irie was not even in that fight. And this tower does not stand a chance. It's going to go down. Irie moves in. It looks like misses her 2, but she does get a bunch of damage on that Wisp. She takes 2 out at the same time.
Wow.
And now Liliana, defending her teammates, is trying to kind of get that push going. Raz is able to escape, but not quite far enough. I still feel like he's in trouble. Irie just comes in and wrecks. Liliana back up to clearing wave, rotates back over into the jungle, realizes that she left a wave, moves right back over. Just, I mean, look at the gold. Almost the exact same gold. We got a little bit of commitment coming from that Murad. But he's got some,
Oh, that's not a good position for Murad.
no, that is not a good position for Murad. There's nothing to really...
But he's able to get out.
Yeah, it looks like Thane is going to go down as well. All of HK is ready to commit on that Abyssal, but that Murad is low. That would make me nervous.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think I said it last game too. You leave that Omen alone with towers, he's going to just shred them.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
He is shredding towers.
Irie moves in, but Omen locks her down and just relentlessly beats on her, and she goes down. Threshed, meanwhile, bottom is really pushing everybody back. Raz once again is practically dead, and Crest ends up having to back out, or he's just going to stay too far out and go down. So we've got the majority of the TFX team with full health. They're pushing towers. Murad, you are not going to be able to do much right now because you need that wave. There's nothing you can do. Sort of, I'm not going to say waste the ult there, but he's basically just doing useless damage. You really are going to need your team if you're going to take out people like this. Up top,
Yeah,
Irie, Omen. Omen is he does die. It's kind of surprising. Omen's pretty much been on point for the last 3 minutes or so.
Well, I'll tell you what, Irie can still take out Omen fairly easily. It's all about the timing on her ult. You basically have to time the ult right when Omen locks you down, and then you start taking damage, and then you pop your ult to keep yourself alive, and then be able to take Omen down because now he's stunned.
We got a little bit of swarming going on mid. Numbers on Amelie goes down. Thane is done. Get some damage out. We've got Wisp in the back, and that's going to be
Wow, what damage.
Yeah, that's a good ult. Threshed throws his ult and moves back. I'm not sure I understood that. Could have jumped in with that shield and the rest of your health and been able to push just a little bit to push them back.
To be honest, I may have to start playing Wisp.
Oh yeah, she got updated, but to be fair, I mean, if you understood how to play her, you could be a huge factor. But I am glad. I mean, just because that's a different character, I'm glad that they threw in some support for her to make her a little more viable.
Yeah, I agree with you. I've never played her, so it's an interesting aspect with an ADC.
It looks, yeah, Teamy goes down. Wasn't sure he was gonna commit fully, and Raz goes down as well.
Jeez. That
Nah.
Amelie gameplay.
Yeah, this is not gonna be good for HK. Amelie is just absolutely
A red
crushing
team tower has
people.
been destroyed. Double
Crushed
kill.
is not one of the people that you can do that to. Violet or Wisp, meanwhile, just doing some range damage and being just generally annoying. That's a good thing right now. Teamy moves in to kind of push the TFX guys back. Irie gets
Ultimate.
That's some good damage coming from that Wisp.
oh yeah,
A red
oh yeah.
team tower has been destroyed.
And like I said, to me, she was pretty good where she was, but I feel like this patch is going to really kind of push her, maybe not totally into the tournament scene, just because she's a little more situational than some.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're able to take down the Abyssal pretty easily, and that's not going to be a good position for HK to be in. Fresh jumps in with his ult, does what he can, but he doesn't have the damage to back him up. Murad jumps in as they finally are able to kill that Thane. Wisp was in trouble. She goes down from the Irie. Irie's just gonna, looks like, rotate out and then maybe rotate back in. Crest is there, has a ton of hit points left still. What's the play here?
Let's see. Well, HK just needs to try and get on their objectives at this moment in time.
I feel like right
And-
now is going to be the moment that Feroxx jumps in for the Abyssal here soon. Do you think if HK gets the Abyssal, or not the Abyssal, the Dark Slayer, that will push the match in their favor?
That's the only way I would see them even coming back right now.
I just
Because
don't-
now they're down by about almost a little less than 5,000 gold, and they need that Dark Slayer to bump it back up.
Oh yeah, they need it bad. They can always stand to have some tankiness, some more tankiness too. Crush,
And I'd like to see a little bit more out of that Murad too.
yeah, Crush throws his ult down. I don't know that was the best move. Raz dies pretty quickly. It looks like that little push fell apart faster than they thought it up. Crushed,
A red team tower
over
has
committing,
been
I would say. Out of tower range, Irie just kind of keep everything clear. It looks like Feroxx, with total control over the jungle, is just going to keep moving forward and not give these guys a chance to do much of anything. Wisp throws her ult down, nearly kills both Teamy and Crush. They get back to heal, but the tower goes down. So their top towers are totally clear. Bottom tower is totally clear. They have one tower left in mid. Can they recover after losing the Slayer right now? I feel like you said, it's just a lost cause. They're just doing too much damage, and with that extra damage boost, there's no coming back from that. I don't. But the Wisp looks like they're splitting again. Surely they're not going to go back to wave. They go to take the Sentinel. Meanwhile, Amelie on bot just clearing these waves, letting everything move in. Omen's up top doing the same thing. We got 3 mid. We've got Wisp, we got Liliana, we've got Thane. So they've got the health, they've got the magic, and they've got the damage. Can they make it happen? Crush throws his ult down. Gonna jump right into the mix. Got a lot of damage coming out. Thane pushes Teamy back, which is gonna be a huge thing for their team.
There's the Murad.
Finally, Murad getting some action in there. He's got his attack speed pretty high. They really, yeah, that was the best chance they had.
And there's the game.
And that's
the game right
gonna
there.
be the end.
Triple kill.
See what I mean though? Numbers.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Numbers. Looks like HK, the Irie at 8, 2, and 3 had the highest overall score. But for Feroxx, we had 2 people with 9.0, one with 8. So if you balance all that out, Feroxx was definitely